Alright guys, so I wanted to make this video, give my 2 cents on this whole thing. First one's going to be against Negotiator, and then I have several against, a mirror match. And I like the ship. I think it's good. I don't like that my first attack is wasted because I have a 7-star and they have a 4-star when it comes to the mirror matches. Now the Negotiator just tears it up. I mean, there's no competition. The issue I have is that they made it so hard to get. You had to have all these relic characters, even relic 8, and why do that? If they would have not done that, just made it a regular ship, it could stay how it is, that would have been fine. But with the hype and so on and so forth, a lot of people went for it, got all the characters, instead of working towards Lord Vader. And then they get this, and they're like, well, this is it? This was the big hype? Now again, against Negotiator, yeah, it's great. But when I have a video that shows the Rebels against it, it's a joke. The Rebels just tear it up. I don't even have to call in reinforcements. And it's like, okay, well, that shouldn't be like that. But again, if it was done on a normal, how they normally do the ship, then yeah, that would have been fine. Whatever. Then you have, it's like the rock, paper, scissors. It's just, one of them. It's really good against some fleets and terrible against others. But that's not how they did this ship. They did it as you got to have relic 8s and so on and so forth. And level up all these characters and stuff. Okay. Well, and they talked it to be like like a Galactic Legend style, even though they're saying it's not, but in reality it is, when you're having to go and get all these stuff. So it's supposed to be the end all be all for the ships. And I guess what they're trying to do is put a new level of, power creep in ships, which is, I guess that's okay. I mean, I don't know. I put a lot into my ships. That's why my roster is inflated so much, which hurts me in GAC because I'm going up against guys that all have relic 5, or not relic 5. They have 5 GLs. I have 3, so it's like 90%. I have a video proving it, and now they're going to nerf that. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I think my GACs are going to be ruined. Because of it. I mean, if I was an opponent and I have 5 GLs and the other guy had 3, I would just put 4 GLs on defense. And then he's done. He can't go anywhere. He can't fight that. Nothing he can do. So, and that's probably what's going to happen. Any of the good players that I run up against, and I run up against a lot of them, that's exactly what they're going to do. They're just going to shut me down. They know I can't put them all on defense. I need them for counters. So before I had non-GL counters that I could use, but it broke up teams. You use gas. It's not like you use gas in the 501st to take out SLKR. You have to break up teams to do it. Pretty much all of them had, you would have to use specific characters to get it done. Well, those specific characters you'd like to use in other teams, but no, you have to do it that way. So it screws up your defense and so on and so forth. But, you live with it because you chose not to go after the GLs and others did. I focused more on fleets. So my fleets are stronger overall than that. And a lot of times I pull out wins because of my fleets. I can stop them with my fleet, which is a good thing. But at least I have a chance. Now, when it comes to this fleet, this is something I would put on defense. And I would have to deal with it for offense. So do you want it completely unbeatable? Well, no. But maybe you have to use a fleet that pulls from other fleets to get it done, to get the job done. I'm fine with that. I think one of the biggest issues that I'm having is that my Executor goes before anything else, and it's a wasted turn because all you can do is basic. I've heard people complain, on defense it goes and does its basic first. Well, it's because it doesn't have a choice. What's it going to do? It can't do the mass assist because there's no breach. It's not going to do heal and stuff because there's nothing to heal. So it does a basic, which is a wasted turn. And so that's one of the issues I think it has with it. I think if they either put a buff on it that at the beginning of the battle, I mean, it's several things you could do. You could have it so that when the battle starts, the targeted ship gets breached just automatically, I guess. I don't know. Or they could have where they just slow it down even. As weird as that is, might solve the problem. The other thing is they could put it so that there's like how the first order is, the more of them you start the battle with, they get a speed boost. Okay, well, that would be fine. That's not going to be something that's going to rock the boat too hard. There's certain things like that that could be done. I think that would make a change without completely wrecking the fleets. Maybe there's another ship coming and that'll solve the problems. But the way how they're talking, it doesn't sound like there is. So we'll have to just see on that. Otherwise, yeah, when I'm going up against other fleets, it's kind of a fun fight. It's not fun when you're doing mirror matches. It's just this case of who gets the target locks first and the breaches first and gets the nuke off first. That's really what it comes down to. So I won that one. Like I win some, I lose some. He's got a four star, but his fleet is a little faster than mine because he's got a little more into his bounty hunters than I do. It's not a big difference. It's pretty close, but his has got an edge over, so I'll be honest on that. And but you see, it's just an absolute struggle, and I will lose most of the time. So it's just, for this fleet to be any good, it seems like you have to Relic 8 everybody. Or Relic 9 them when it comes out. To stay ahead of everybody else, because that's just it. You have to jump the gun, whoever gets out first. There's not much strategy involved in it. It's just who goes first wins. And I'm not talking about the flagship. I'm talking about the regular ships. So that's not fun for any battle, where that's all it's determined is who goes first. So I don't know what changes they're going to make to it. Some of the things I'm kind of disheartened about with the changes they're making overall, like what they're doing to the GLs and the counters for them. I know a lot of my friends in game that have 5 GLs. They're not happy about it. They like to be able to have the ability to put more GLs on defense and then use their counters, non-GL counters, on offense. There's a lot of people like that. And they're kind of changing all that. So I don't know. Hopefully in the end this will all end up being for the good. As you can see here. And I took out his mother ship there, so hopefully this pulls off a win. The Hound's Tooth is just miserable on this fleet, which is kind of good, but it's a pain to get past that Hound's Tooth. All right, we pull off a win. Now, I've tried some different reinforcements. I don't really like any of them on this fleet. I kind of wish in general, when they have a faction, a fleet faction, they have all the ships for it. They have it for the rebels. They have it for basically for Empire for the most part. They have it for Negotiator, but the rest of them they don't have full fleets, which you know they need to just keep bringing instead of bringing out new factions. Let's fill out those factions. You know, I don't have I don't have GL Ray and I don't have GL Kylo, so I don't really have their fleets, but they should still have a full fleet. Like they don't even have tanks. You know, and what people have been using is the Hound's Tooth for the tank. Well, if they get this ship, they're not going to be using them. You know, it'd be nice to have all the fleets have all the ships they need to work properly. I kind of wish they would do that. So we'll have to see. Yep, this is not shaping out well for me here. And I know these are not the best played matches. Again, this is a brand new fleet, getting used to it, you know, but you can see I'm not thrilled with what is going on, especially in these mirrors. All right, well, it's going bad. Well, that pretty much is it. Thanks for watching. Like if you like. Alrighty. All right, bye.